This video is about groups. We will create a group set and a few user groups, explain all about broker groups and administrator groups. Imagine, this is the design we want to implement. We have two regions, A and B. Each region has two types of members, gold and silver. Each region also has brokers and a local administrator. The latter is solely responsible for its own region. And in both regions, our circular coin, the Circo, is introduced. So, let's get started. First, make sure you log in to a network. In our case, we will use the basic network we created in the previous video. And we'll use the network administrator account that the wizard created for us. Go to System Management and then go to Groups. You will see that already 3 groups have been created. The first group being the Network Administrator group. It is created with each new network, even when you choose for creation of an empty network. It is a very important administrative group because it has some fixed permissions that are hard-coded. You can see these permissions over here. The system configuration, the account configuration, and the user configuration. Also, it's mandatory to always have a member in this group, in order to prevent losing access to the system. As a network administrator, you will always be able to keep configuring the system. The global administrator and the multi-network administrator will obtain the same permissions as the network administrator group type when they switch to this network. Our design has 2 regions, so let's first create 2 group sets. A group set is a collection of user groups, and as expected, we'll call the first one Region A. The internal name also is Region A, but without strange characters and spaces. We can add a description if we like. When finished, press Save. In the same way, we also created a group set for Region B and returned to our list of groups. We now have 2 newly created group sets. Let's start creating the user groups. The wizard already created a member group called Users. That's because we accepted the default name suggested by the wizard, remember? Let's rename it to Region A, Silver Members. The group already is enabled, but it should be part of the group set of Region A. Save it and let's create another user group. Also within this group set. This one we will call it Gold Members, and it also resides under group set Region A. When finished, press Save. We already mentioned broker groups at the beginning of the video. A broker is a user with special privileges. The broker can register new users and have some level of access and control over these users. We chose to not create a broker group with the wizard. So let's create one now for Region A. The procedure is exactly the same as for creating a user group. We will discuss brokers, and assigning privileges to them, in more detail in a separate video. As you may have noticed, at the bottom of the form, we can give each group a name and description which shows on the registration form. We will handle that topic in the video about users and registration. That leaves the regional administrator group as a job still to be done. The administrator group has already been created by the wizard. So let's use and rename the administrator group called Account Administrators. We'll call it Region A, Local Administrators. We change the internal name and add a description. Press Save. Now we have to limit the accessible user groups to groups belonging to Region A. All other permissions we will discuss in the video about products, because there is quite an overlap. Our first region, Region A, has now been configured as designed. We'll configure region B in the same way but skip it in this video. This concludes the video about groups. We are ready to start registration of users, divide them into 2 regions and subdivide them into gold members and silver members. We can also appoint brokers and regional administrators.